Hi again. So now let's try to apply all what we learned in the previous tutorial on the robot, and let's start creating the robot. So the first thing that I need to do, I have this sphere, I need to cut it from here. Let's switch to the wireframe, hit Z and go to wireframe, and now we are in the wireframe. I need to cut this sphere from this area. So as we said, you can use two-way. Either you can go and use the pull tool or carver tool. So I'm going to use the easy way. And by the way, I just want to tell you, I just forget, I need to cut it from this area, not this one. All right, yes, from this area. So let's try doing that. I'm going to hit Control X, Control Shift X, and now carver tool are activated, and it is in create mode because I select nothing. So cancel that, right click and select the sphere, and again hit Control Shift X to activate. Alright, when you complete, click and move the rectangle, and when you put the edge of the rectangle on the edge that you want to cut, and confirm it with left click, and there we go. We just cutted this piece. Hit right click to deactivate the carver tool, and hit Z and switch to solid, and there we go. Now we created this thing. Alright, let's jump back to the front view, hit number 1 from the numpad, and hit Z and go to wireframe, and let's see what else we can do here. We need to create this one, this shape. Alright, let's do that. I'm going to create a box, Shift A, and add a box or cube, and it is very big. Scale it down, make it very small, just like that, and now it is small. Hit G to the Z and take it down, maybe right here. I think that's gonna work. So scale this box a bit, just like that, and now tap to the edit mode. Hit tab from the keyboard to jump to the edit mode, and when you do that, now we are in the edit mode. We can edit this box. So let's go to vertex mode, and let's select the vertices, grab these vertices, and by the way, they are not 2. These vertices are 4 vertices because it's written here 4 selected. And hit G and move them up, maybe right here, and hit S and scale them to the x-axis to match the shape of the robot, just like that. So in the end of the day, we created this thing right here. Grab these 2 vertices, hit G and move them forward, just like that. When you complete, hit Z and go to solid mode, and now we just created this thing right here. Alright, so that's cool. Now I think we need to take this forward. Hit Z, go to wireframe, grab these, hit G and move them a bit, maybe right here, and let's go back to solid mode. When you complete, let's use this as a cutter. So hit tab to jump to the object mode, select the cutter and then select the object, and hit Control minus from the numpad, and there we go. We just created this piece right here. If you want to confirm the results, because if you move this piece, it will still activate it, but if you want to confirm it, you can open this panel, jump to edit and apply brush, and it is applied. Grab it and delete it, and now it is not affects anything anymore. Alright, so that's cool. Now we can jump to front view again, and now we have something here we created. Let's hit Z and go to wireframe, and let's see what else we can do. Let's try to create the eye. Okay, to create the eye, I need something circle here. So let's add a cylinder. Shift A to add, go to mesh and choose cylinder. And the cylinder, as you see, it is very big, and it is not aligned to the view. It is aligned to the Z axis. So when you create anything inside Blender, a new panel hidden will appear right here. So just open this panel, and now we have the number of the vertices. We can crank this up if you want. I'm gonna leave it 32, but the alignment, I'm gonna change the alignment from the world to the view. Now the cylinder is towards us. If you want to crank this up, that's okay. If you want to make this high resolution, okay, that's gonna work. Let's change this to 40. And when you complete, hit S and scale it and make it very small at the size of this eye. And move it, G and move it. Or you can leave it here in the center if you want. Tumble around and let's see what we got here. So it is right here in the center. Hit G and move it forward a bit, maybe right here. And now we need to place this in the right position. Let's go to the front view, hit number 1. And we need to move this to the Z-axis. So, sorry, I need to rotate this to the Z-axis. If I hit R and then Z, I can rotate this piece in its own axis, and that's not gonna work. As you see here, we have the 3D cursor in the center, so I need to rotate this according to the 3D cursor. To do that, switch the transform pivot from median points to the 3D cursor. Now, if you hit Z to, if you hit R to rotate and Z to rotate to the Z axis, now we are rotating this piece to the according to 3D cursor. Alright, so let's jump to the front view. Alright, so we are ready to rotate this piece. But before we doing that, I just need to push it forward a bit more. Hit G and go to solid mode. Hit G and move it a bit. Maybe right about here. Make it very close to the surface. Alright, now let's go back, hit number 1 and hit Z and go to wireframe and hit. Alright, so let's hit R, Z to rotate it, and let's rotate it a bit. Right about here. Maybe. I think that's gonna work. So now the base of this cylinder is match the circle of the eye of the robot, and that's what we want. So let's tumble around and let's see the result. Hit Z and go to solid mode. And there we go. Now select the cylinder as a cutter and then hold shift and grab the head and then hit Ctrl minus to create the eye. And let's go to front view and let's see what we got here. Now we are almost there. Alright, so that's cool. When you complete, select this new piece and hit apply and apply the brush. And delete it if you want. But we have question here. What about the other side? So to simulate the other side, you can select the head and go to modifier and let's add a mirror modifier. Mirror modifier will help us to reflect the information from the left to the right. But we are mirroring now in the wrong direction. Switch this to bisect and flip the operation. And now we are good. So we just created the eye. And when you complete, you can confirm the result here if you like. You can hit apply and apply the result right now. And if you jump inside the head, you will see nothing in the middle because the mirror modifier cut everything and give you very clean result as you see here. Alright, so that will do for this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one.